This fall, for the first year's today.
That clock just got out of sync. Used to be like dotting the I. All right, we are at 6 o'clock. Call this July County Board meeting to order. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Great. We have roll call show. We have one absent supervisor and still one vacant seat for the time being. Approval of the agenda. I would look for a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
Kelly makes a motion.
Slot seconds.
All right, we have a motion, a second. Do you have any questions? Hearing none, we will call the vote. Agenda is approved. Moving on to members of the public wishing to be heard. No sign-ups this evening. We'll move on to the consent agenda. I would also look for a motion to approve tonight's consent agenda.
Consent agenda.
Kelly seconds.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any questions or corrections to past meetings minutes? Hearing none, we'll call the vote.
Just that the next meeting is early.
Yeah, good point out. Thank you, Supervisor Lotz. Next month, it will be 5 p.m. instead of 6 p.m. because of the primary election. Consent agenda is approved. All right, we're on to reports. We're into department reports. The first one being UW Extension Report. Kristen Bruder.
Thank you.
And loud enough.
Good evening. Thank you all for allowing us to be here tonight. It's good to see you all on this really warm evening once again. I'm Kristen Bruder. I'm the Area Extension Director, and I cover Chippewa, Dunn, and Eau Claire counties. Tonight, I'd like to introduce the Extension team. I'd like to also share a few examples of your investment at work, and then briefly explain how Extension partners with Chippewa County. And then I'll be handing it off to one of my colleagues, the 4-H educator, who will kind of do an overview of 4-H, and we have some really, really fun guests here tonight as well. So, so that's what the next hour looks like, if you're okay with that. So I was going to show you, introduce our staff through a video. The volume is not working, from my understanding. So I will share that video out with you tonight or tomorrow so that you can meet our staff. Instead of having them come up and kind of introduce themselves, we were going to do it through a video, but I'll share that out. I encourage you to come to our office and meet them in person. So our educators and our staff and Extension is the heart of Extension. Our educators live and work right here in Chippewa County. They build local relationships while bringing the research, resources, and expertise of UW-Madison directly to this community. My role is to support that work. I lead our local team. I serve as Extension's primary partner to county government and connect local needs and with the broader resources of UW-Madison. My position is state funded. While our educators are jointly funded with, by Chippewa County and the university. That shared investment gives Chippewa County local educators backed by UW-Madison resources. So what does that partnership make possible? Well, last year, 2025, our educators connected with nearly 9,600 Chippewa County residents through programs, consultations, and community partnerships. They worked with farmers to improve profitability while protecting water quality. They helped communities address emergency medical services. They provided financial coaching to families, and they developed future leaders through 4-H. Those are just a couple of examples. Our impact grows through partnerships with county departments, schools, nonprofits, businesses, and healthcare organizations. It also grows through volunteers who contributed more than 5,200 hours last year. And that represents nearly $177,000 of value in Chippewa County alone. You've been receiving my short Extension 101 videos. I hope you've been watching those. I created them because Extension's partnership with the county can be complex. And these brief videos provide a simple way to explain one piece at a time. It also, and I hope you'll continue to watch them. I'll be sharing the next iteration out tomorrow, which talks about our co-funded model or our funding model. And I think it's an important piece as we are navigating into budget time right now. If you have any questions, if you have thoughts from constituents, if you have ideas about partnerships, please come and talk to me. I'd love to connect. So I've shared a few numbers tonight, but numbers only tell part of that story. The real impact of Extension is found in the people that we serve. And so tonight, Jordan Blue, who is our 4-H positive youth development educator, has invited several 4-H families to share what the program has meant to them. Their stories will say far more than what I can do standing up here in front of you. So Jordan, I'm going to turn it over to you and the gang. Thank you. Thank you for having us here tonight.
Good evening, Chair and members of the County Board. My name is Jordan Blue, and I serve as the Chippewa County 4-H Youth Development Educator with the University of Wisconsin-Madison Division of Extension. Thank you for providing us the time to share the impact of 4-H in Chippewa County. Tonight, you'll hear directly from the young people who make this program meaningful. Rather than simply telling you about 4-H, we want to show you the difference that it makes in the lives through these young people. 4-H is the nation's largest youth development organization, and it is built on the belief that young people learn best by doing. Through hands-on experiences, caring adult mentors, and opportunities for leadership, youth develop the skills they need to succeed in school, work, and life. Here in Chippewa County, 500 youth are involved in the 4-H membership programs and are supported by about 80 dedicated volunteers across our 14 community clubs. Youth can explore interests ranging from animal sciences and agriculture to robotics, arts, leadership, public speaking, outdoor education, and community service. Our goal is not simply to teach our projects, but our goal is to help young people build confidence, develop leadership skills, strengthen communication, and become engaged members of their communities. These numbers help tell the story of 4-H in Chippewa County. Today, 500 young people are involved in the 4-H program, supported by those 80 volunteers who invest their time, talents, and their mentorship. Throughout the year, our youth participate in more than 50 educational events, activities, and leadership opportunities that are led on a county and club level, where our youth develop their skills and explore their interests. We also continue to expand our reach through innovative programming, including in a classroom club and other youth-serving organizations that introduce youth to 4-H beyond the traditional delivery model. While these numbers are impressive, the real impact is found in the growth and experience of our young people. The impact of 4-H. Statistics help us tell the part of the story, but the real impact of 4-H is best understood through the experiences of our members. Tonight, I'd like to introduce several Chippewa County 4-H members. Each will share a little bit about themselves, their involvement in 4-H, and how the 4-H has helped them grow as leaders, learners, and community members. I'd first like to introduce Brooklyn Willie to begin.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brooklyn Willie, and I've been a member of 4-H for the past 9 years. When I first joined 4-H, I never imagined how much one project could impact my life. The Beef Project quickly became more than just raising and showing cattle. It became the place where I found my passion and discovered my spark. Every day spent in the barn taught me something new. Caring for cattle showed me the importance of responsibility, patience, dedication, and hard work. I learned that success doesn't just happen overnight. It comes from putting in the effort every single day when no one is watching. One of the greatest opportunities 4-H has given me is a chance to show my cattle and connect with people who share the same passion. I've met exhibitors, leaders, mentors from across Chippewa County who have supported me, encouraged me, and helped me become better at showing cattle and a better person. Those friendships and connections are some of the things that I value most about being in 4-H. The Beef Project has also challenged me to step outside my comfort zone, whether it was walking into the show ring, talking with the judge, asking experienced exhibitors for advice, or simply introducing myself to someone new. Every experience has helped me build confidence. Things that once felt intimidating have become opportunities to learn and grow. If there's one lesson I've learned through 4-H, it's that success isn't defined by the color of the ribbon or where you place in the show ring. The real success comes from the friendships you make, the lessons you learn, and the confidence you gain along the way. Looking back on the past 9 years, I can honestly say that the Beef Project has helped shape me to who I am today. It has become a safe space, a place where I feel accepted, challenged, and encouraged to do my best. I am incredibly grateful for the opportunities, friendships, and memories that 4-H has given me, and I'll carry those lessons with me long after my years in 4-H are over.
Hello everyone, I am Ben Bunce. I've been in 4-H for the past 8 years. My probably favorite part of 4-H is 4-H camp. There I've learned a lot and got to do a lot of cool experiences because of camp. First as a camper and now for the last 4 years as a counselor. I've had fun and also learned a lot of life skills. One of the biggest things I've learned at camp is trying new things can be fun. This was important because when I was younger I did not like new things at all. Camp gives you the opportunity to get out of your comfort zone by giving you activities that you may have never done before. Some of those might be outdoor skills or helping with a group challenge. Camp helps kids do these things in an encouraging environment. I have also learned how important teamwork is. Much of camp is based on counselors being able to work together and help kids do the same. I've learned to be better at listening and being helpful when the time comes, can make your day easier. For the past few years, I've had the opportunity to be a camp counselor, and that has taught me even more. Being a counselor has helped me become a better leader, a role model. I've learned how to help younger campers feel welcome, encourage them to try new things, and to work with other counselors to make camp more fun for the kids. Being a counselor has shown me that leadership is about helping others and being responsible and setting a good example. Overall, 4-H camp has taught me that you learn new things while you're willing to step outside your comfort zone and to try new things. Whether I was a camper or a counselor, I've always left camp with sharper skills that will help me through my whole life.
Hello, my name is Irvin Tuchel. I've been in 4-H for 9 years. When I first joined 4-H, I never thought how much 4-H would model who I am. 4-H has helped me grow as a person, majorly as someone who can speak more out loud. When I was younger, I used to not speak out very much. I was usually quiet, but another thing, 4-H has helped me, gave me a love for traveling and automotive. I've been on quite a few 4-H trips, a couple of them being space camp in Alabama. It was a 5-day trip. We got to learn about a lot about space, and we got to stay at 4-H the Space Camp Center in Alabama for a couple days. Another trip I've been on was the Summer Academy. in Madison. I did the automotive track. So we got to go to the technical college and we got to work on a couple cars, small things like a wheel. We got to change the wheels around. I've also been on a lot of Discover Wisconsin trips. That helped me learn a lot about Wisconsin. I've also gone to camp. This was my first year being a camp counselor, and I liked it. I had fun teaching the kids new things. I also show out at Chippewa Fair. I show sheep, and this was my first year showing cow. In conclusion, 4-H has given me many opportunities that I will remember for the rest of my life. And I want to dedicate and to help others to have the same opportunities that I've had.
I'm Margaret Bull, and I've been in 4-H since I was in first grade. And currently I'm an incoming junior. Through this time, I've had multiple opportunities to grow and learn new things. One thing I really enjoy is showing animals at the fair through the dairy and swine projects. When you show at the fair, you're not just exhibiting your animal, but you're also showing all the hard work and dedication you have put into raising and training your animal for the fair. I've been showing since I have been in third grade. Through these past years, the swine and dairy projects have taught me how to persevere and work hard. They have also taught me to have confidence, as it is required in the showing. However, all these traits transfer into everyday life. Another opportunity I have had through 4-H is being able to be a camp counselor. I started being a camp counselor in the 7th grade. At camp, I lead activities such as crafts, field games, swimming, and many more. When I was young, I remember being a camper myself and thinking how cool the counselors looked. But really what made them cool wasn't how well they could glue popsicle sticks together or how far they could hit the baseball. It was how well their leadership was. The most memorable counselors were the ones who participated and joined in games with the campers. It was how they made everyone feel good about themselves and feel included. I can say that I feel very fortunate to share in this leadership, and as a counselor every year, I strive to make sure everyone feels like they're cared about. I could go on and on about the lasting impact 4-H has had on me, but I also think it's important that we keep these same things going for the next generation of members. 4-H teaches life skills and has many lasting impacts on people like myself and others here. When people think of 4-H, they might think of a bunch of farm kids, but I also hope they remember the countless opportunities it brings to expand the horizons of many.
Thank you all for sharing your stories and experiences. While each of these members has had a unique 4-H journey, together they represent the positive impact that 4-H is making across Chippewa County every day. Through 4-H, young people learn to lead meetings, speak confidently in front of groups, work as part of a team, solve problems, and give back through community service. These are the skills that benefit them today and stays with them into adulthood. The impact of 4-H extends beyond a project or a single year. We are helping young people become engaged citizens, future professionals, community volunteers, and leaders who will contribute to the strength of Chippewa County for years to come. The stories you heard tonight highlight several key impacts of 4-H youth development. First is leadership, as young people learn to take initiative, lead groups, and serve others. Second is confidence and communication, and developed through public speaking, project learning, and teamwork experiences. Third is community engagement, where young people learn the importance of giving back and making a difference in their communities. Finally, career and life readiness, as members develop practical skills, explore interest, and discover pathways to their future. Together, these impact areas help young people thrive today while preparing them for the success of tomorrow. The impact of 4-H extends well beyond the youth enrolled in our program, which our county supports, helps our young people each year, while leveraging the dedication of 80 volunteers and numerous community partners. Every dollar that is invested in 4-H supports positive youth development, builds future workforce skills, strengthens civic engagement, and creates opportunities for young people to contribute to their communities. Simply put, investing in 4-H and an investment in the future of leaders, employees, volunteers, and community members of Chippewa County. Thank you, and thank you for your partnership and continued support of Chippewa County 4-H and the Division of Extension here in Chippewa County. We are truly grateful for the opportunity to work with so many amazing young people, such as the one standing before you today. Thank you for helping us create opportunities for youth to learn, lead, and succeed. We'd be happy to answer any questions if time allows, or
Absolutely. Do we have any questions? Supervisor Gearing.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So it's not a question, it's a comment. When this subject came up on the agenda, I researched it with people within my district who I knew to be involved in 4-H. And there was one person who came up continuously with compliments. So I would like to put my compliment along with your 4-H family to Jordan Blue.
Wonderful. Do we have any other questions or comments? Supervisor Gutman.
I would like to ditto that comment. I want to thank each of you young people for being dedicated in learning and being in 4-H, because your skill set in being able to speak in front of this board is not an easy thing to do. Many adults struggle with that. So my compliments again to Jordan and also to your leaders, but especially to you. Our hands are in good shape with young people like you. So thank you.
Any other comments or questions? Appreciate it. Thank you. Well done. All right, moving along, we are on to monthly statements of claims filed.
There were 2 new claims filed since our last meeting. If you have any questions on those claims, please reach out to the Corporation Counsel.
All right, then we're going to move down into business items. First one being Resolution 12-26, initial resolution authorizing not to exceed $7,500,000 general obligation promissory notes for highway improvement projects. And because last meeting this was postponed, we did have a motion to approve and a second, so it is on the floor. We do not need a new motion to approve and a second. It was Supervisor Flater and Supervisor Gutman. Mr. Alvarado.
Yes, we're picking this up from last month. We do have Brad here, Barrett, our financial advisors. Before I turn over to him, I just wanted to go through a few things to address some of the conversation or the discussion from last month's meeting. I know there were some comments about, or maybe some concern about the county using debt. Some of these things I want to tell you just maybe to reassure you that debt is ideally not like to use it, but it's at this point essentially a necessary tool for most local governments in Wisconsin, just based on the way the statutes allow us to construct a budget and the way levy caps work. We have the ability to issue debt, to pay for our capital expenses, our long-term assets, and we have some flexibility with that. We do not have as much flexibility with the operating levy, which effectively is capped, in being able to increase that 1%, net new construction, which on average is a little over 1% a year. So we did go back, the county, we went back as far as 40 years and found that the county has had debt on the books for at least that far back. There may have been a period of time before that when it was debt-free, but in the last 40, that's been continual debt service to pay for building projects, road projects, other capital investments. And it's not uncommon. If you look at your green book that WCA Forward Analytics provides you, generally there's 70, 71 counties in the state are carrying debt on their books. This month's WCA magazine, there's one of the articles that talks about counties and debt service and the things you can use it for. You can use it for obviously capital projects, but also some counties have had to go to the lengths of using it for high-cost placements, individuals that are put in placements out of the county, insurance, skirting into some operational things. We've been very focused on primarily road projects in recent history. So, rather than, trying to avoid debt, I would say Chippewa County has been very good about how you manage it and use it effectively. Our payback, we're not stretching out. You can go as far as 20 years out on these bonds. We stay to a 10-year schedule. And also want to point out, too, that, the plan we've put forward with Baird and then part of the budget is in part carrying out the board's decision 24 months ago on the County M and County T projects. Part of those projects will be paid for debt service, also sales tax, but this is all part of the plan that we're carrying forward. And I guess the other thing too, if you read the green book that has the statistics from the state in terms of using debt responsibly, we've talked about often how we have one of the bottom 10 mill rates and property tax rates in the state. We're seventh from the bottom in terms of how low it is. We're also seventh in the amount of debt we carry. The average per capita debt for Wisconsin County is $539, and we're this is 2023 numbers, the last ones that are available statewide. We're at $126 per capita. So I think I would just suggest that we do use debt, but we use it responsibly and use it for the things we should. So with that, I know Brad asked if you want to see the full presentation that was shown last month, or he's here to answer questions if you want to go that route.
Let's start out with what questions do we have, and that'll maybe will determine if we need to go through parts of the presentation again. And as a reminder, with all bonding votes, this will take a 3/4 majority. With currently 20 supervisors sworn to office, that would be 15 votes to approve. What questions or comments do we have? Supervisor Seidlitz.
Just because I missed the last meeting, I'm sorry I wasn't able to attend that one. So we're, as looking at this, we're trying to borrow every 2 years here. Is that what we're doing for the roads?
Correct.
And this is primarily for the bridge and County Highway on Bridge and County T, or is there other projects that we'll be extending this into?
Actually, this upcoming bond issue is more so for the other road projects. We're using sales tax dollars for M&T for the design work. The next bond issue after this one would actually have construction costs for County M and County T in it.
And it's the first phase of County T, right?
Correct, just the first phase.
All right, Supervisor Gehring.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm not sure if this is a fair question. Not counting the carpool of the next 3 resolutions, the first 2 resolutions, do we have a ballpark figure of what percentage of our bond limit that would be?
Very small, because our bond capacity is $500 million. It's 500 million. And so, yeah.
I don't have that exact number. I can certainly get that for you, but the borrowing capacity of the county is 5% of your equalized valuation. So we'll be at a very small percentage of what's statutorily allowed under statutes.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Last call on questions or comments. All right, seeing none, we will take the vote. 19 yes, 0 no. Resolution 12-26 has passed. We'll move on then to Resolution 13-26. Resolution providing for the sale of not to exceed $7,500,000 in general obligation promissory notes. And as with the last one, there was a motion to approve and a second prior to the postponement. So this is on the floor. Those motions are Supervisor Flater and Supervisor Gutman. This one would be a simple majority. What questions do we have on this? Or Mr. Chair, do you want to explain the need for the second follow-up resolution? Just a reminder from last month.
So to start with, the resolution you just adopted authorizes the issuance of the debt. And this second resolution, that sale resolution, directs county staff to work with Baird and other professionals to take the steps necessary to issue the debt.
What questions or comments do we have? All right, seeing none, I will call the vote. Me. 19 yes, 0 no. Resolution 1326 passes. Now we're on to Resolution 1726, resolution to authorize funding for the Highway Department capital improvement projects as part of the 2027 Chippewa County budget. And also this third one also had a motion to approve and a second before postponement, so it is also on the floor. Those motions were Supervisor Flater and Supervisor Lotz. Do we want to give a quick, we didn't really get into details with this one because of the postponement, so maybe we go over this one in a little bit of detail.
So yes, we postponed this resolution from last month because it does tie in with the debt issue or the bonding. But what this resolution does is authorizes expenditures for 27 for sales tax and bonding. So last month we went through the capital improvement plan, and in there is 10 bridge projects that sales tax would be applied to for design plans. And then there is another 10 projects that would use a mix of sales tax and bonding that are reconditioning projects on various segments of county roads. The commissioner is here if you want him to go into detail on those projects. And then in addition, it applies equipment fund balance to the purchase of highway department machinery, fund balance for maintenance, maintaining our county highway department buildings, sales tax funds for vehicle replacements and the non-highway vehicle fleet. And those are all included in our capital improvement plan that you approved last month.
Would we like more detail, or do we have any questions or comments? Supervisor Gehring.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This whole lump, if any of that is not spent, where does it go?
Stays in the fund. So it does.
Equipment fund or vehicle fund?
Yes. Well, I mean, we're allocating sales tax dollars for the non-highway vehicle fleet. That all doesn't get used for the vehicles we're replacing. It stays in the vehicle fleet for future purposes.
Thank you.
What other questions do we have? Supervisor Kelly.
Thank you, Chair. How often are we buying new, highway equipment, machinery, and what have you?
Commissioner.
That kind of varies on a particular piece of equipment. Patrol trucks, the plow trucks, basically we buy 3 a year. We've got 46 patrol trucks, run them about 15 years. At the end of that 15-year cycle, they're getting tired, but we're still getting some return out of our, resale trade-ins. A lot of townships are buying them. Heavy equipment, It just kind of depends on the equipment, the amount of hours.
So we're doing like hours based on the equipment, like
Yeah, yeah.
what is your limit, I guess? Like, where's the window when we start getting rid of it? We're looking at getting rid of it.
It varies on the piece of equipment, but it's kind of like if it starts nickel diamond us, then it's time to move it on out. Even when they start nickel diamond us, our stuff, because typically municipality stuff does carry a pretty good value in trade-ins and in auctions. So a lot of times what we'll do is we will put an item up, what as a trade-in, but then a lot of times we'll have a clause in the trade-in that if we can sell it at auction for the price of the trade-in, that's what we'll do, or more, that's what we'll do. So we try and get the best bang for our buck that way.
Appreciate it.
Any other questions? Go ahead, let's.
Yeah, I just got a quick question. Do you find that our insurance companies want our equipment only being so dated, or, I mean, do they put limits on like they do on the private ones sometimes? Like at 10 years, 15 years, or where we have to kind of be careful on the age of the equipment there?
I honestly could not answer that question.
Okay.
That's beyond anything I've dealt with.
Okay, I just wanted to check, 'cause I know some of the ones in the private sector are dealing with like a 10-year.
No, we've never run into that.
Okay, that's good.
Supervisor Hennick.
Thank you, sir. When's the final resolution on these dangerous bridges? What's the plan? What's the plan to replace them? The most dangerous bridge we have in our county.
When we have the funding,
Probably not a good answer.
it's still safe. I mean, it's otherwise to be closed. That bridge is monitored. That's a fracture critical bridge. You're talking about the County M bridge.
Yes, sir.
So that's monitored. I mean, it's on an inspection schedule.
So you guys look at it consistently.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions? All right, seeing none, we'll call the vote. Nineteen yes, 0 no. Resolution 1726 passes. All right, moving along, we have Resolution 22-26, a resolution to approve a public-private partnership agreement between Chippewa County and Entera LLC in support of a proposed broadband expansion project by Entera LLC in Chippewa County.
Resolution number 22-26, resolution to approve a public-private partnership agreement between Chippewa County and Entera LLC in support of a proposed broadband expansion project by Entera LLC in Chippewa County. Now therefore be it resolved that the county board does hereby approve the public-private partnership agreement between Chippewa County and Entera in support of Entera's current proposed project to expand fiber-based broadband access and services to unserved and underserved areas of eastern Chippewa County. And be it further resolved that the county board authorizes the county administrator to execute the public-private partnership agreement on behalf of Chippewa County, forwarded to the county board by the executive committee.
I would look for a motion to approve.
Possible second.
Flater, Knots. All right, we have a motion and a second.
If you've been on the board for any length of time, you probably have seen a lot of broadband support come through. Whether it's BEAD most recently, or use of the county's ARPA funds, or prior rounds of PSC grants, broadband expansion grants. This is, I don't know if we'll ever see the end of it, but thankfully more and more of the county is getting served, but we still have areas that are underserved or unserved. And so Wisconsin has rolled out another broadband expansion grant through the PSC. We were approached by a couple providers to support their applications, and by supporting them, we would enter into a public-private partnership to cooperate and support their project, whether it's in permitting or public awareness. No direct financial contribution, just essentially providing general support. So this resolution, if approved, would allow us to enter into that public-private partnership, which helps them score points or favorable outcomes on their application with the PSC.
What questions do we have?
Entera and Mosaic are both here tonight if you have questions.
Next one will be from Mosaic. Seeing no questions, I will call the vote. Once the clerk is ready.
I can find my.
Nineteen yes, 0 no. Resolution 22-26 is approved. Moving on to Resolution 23-26, resolution to approve a public-private partnership agreement between Chippewa County and CTC Telecom, DBA Mosaic Technologies, in support of a proposed broadband expansion project by CTC Telecom, Inc., DBA Mosaic Technologies in Chippewa County.
Resolution 23-26, resolution to approve a public-private partnership agreement between Chippewa County and CTC Telecom, Inc., DBA Mosaic Technologies, in support of a proposed broadband expansion project by CTC Telecom, Inc., DBA Mosaic Technologies in Chippewa County. Now therefore be it resolved that the county board does hereby approve the public-private partnership agreement between Chippewa County and Mosaic in support of Mosaic's current proposed project to expand fiber-based broadband access and services to unserved and underserved areas of eastern Chippewa County. And be it further resolved that the county board authorizes the county administrator to execute the public-private partnership agreement on behalf of Chippewa County, forwarded to the county board by the executive committee.
We'll look for a motion to approve.
Lots will second.
Romeyer and Lotz, motion is second. Anything additional to add?
I'll just say it's the same grant application, same public-private agreement, same resolution, just a different private entity that we'd be entering into it with. And the geographic area that both companies intend to apply for is similar.
What questions do we have? All right, seeing none, we will call the vote. Nineteen yes, 0 no. Resolution 23-26 is approved. Moving on, Resolution 24-26, resolution to authorize county board appointment to fill vacancy of the position of county treasurer.
Resolution number 24-26, resolution to authorize county board appointments to fill the vacancy of the position of county treasurer. Now therefore be it resolved that pursuant to section 17.213 of the Wisconsin statutes, the Chippewa County Board of Supervisors does hereby authorize filling the vacancy in the county treasurer position created by the resignation of County Treasurer Patty Schimmel by county board appointment. And be it further resolved that the executive committee is authorized to conduct the recruitment of the successor county treasurer and shall take all steps necessary to effectuate that recruitment. And be it further resolved that upon completion of the recruitment process, the executive committee shall present a resolution to the county board with its recommendation for appointment of a successor county treasurer to serve the remainder of Ms. Schimmel's unexpired term of office, forwarded to the county board by the executive committee.
Look for a motion to approve.
Supervisor Goodman will make that motion.
Second.
Kelly?
I think the resolution pretty accurately summarizes what the recommendation is. Just the statement of explanation, just to add a few things in there, that the county has had to fill constitutional offices midterm, most recently in 2011 and 2017. Those are both times the county clerk's position, and both times they chose to go through the appointment route rather than a special election. I think it's also noted in here that if you wanted to go the special election route, that would not be able to be held until April of next year, which was a significant gap in time and probably during the treasurer's busiest period of the year in the fall and the spring. So for those reasons, we recommend, or I'm recommending, the executive committee to go through the appointment process and bring back an appointment to the board.
What questions do we have? Supervisor Kelly?
Thank you, Chair. When is the incoming treasurer, when does their term expire then? Like, when will they be up for vote?
So if you appoint a treasurer, they'd be appointed at the, I believe, the September meeting. They would serve out the rest of the term, which would end on December 31st, 2028.
Supervisor Hennick.
My question was answered.
Any other questions? Seeing none, call the vote.
Hmm.
19 yes, 0 no. Resolution 2426 is approved. Moving on to ordinance 08-26, ordinance to amend Chapter 10 of the Chippewa County Corps of Ordinances, reading building and building regulations, the second reading. From last month, have we come across any additional questions or clarifications we'd like from Mr. Clary before we vote? Oh, my apologies. We need to put it on the floor. My apologies. We need second readings. We do need a motion to approve.
Kelly makes that motion.
Lots will second.
Kelly and Lots, thank you. Sorry for my oversight there. Now, do we have any questions for Doug last month when we had the presentation on this? Supervisor Bachman.
I just have one question under Section B, the scope number 5. It says that is required, the installation be completed by the master electrician. Does it have to be completed, or should it be supervised or signed off? I'm not familiar with that. To me, completed means that person has to do it, and I know a lot of it, it just takes a master electrician. A journeyman could do the work, but the master electrician has to sign off.
Well, this one would, with this particular requirement, would actually require us to go out and review it, approve it. And so we had looked at it for being completed by that master electrician. So if they sign off on it and they're calling us out for the inspection, then that's fine.
Okay. I just was thinking completed, if you get in technicality, means they're physically doing the work versus having their journeyman and then they go out and inspect.
Sure.
Authorize it.
Any other questions? All right, seeing none, we'll call the vote. Nineteen yes, 0 no. Ordinance 08-26 is approved.
Thank you.
Moving on, ordinance 09-26, ordinance to amend sections 50-1 and 50-22 of the Chippewa County Code of Ordinances regarding parks. This is the second reading, so I'll need a motion to approve to put it on the floor.
Lots will make the motion.
Bachman was second.
Lots and Bachman, motion and second. Do we have any questions since last month on this particular ordinance amendment that we had a presentation on? Supervisor Bomar.
I would like council to share some updates.
Well, Supervisor Bachman had, or Omar had raised at the last meeting, there were some concerns or questions about what the term jurisdiction meant, and I don't have it in front of me, one of the sections here, because for chapter 30, there's a myriad of rules with regards to different authority that counties have versus towns, villages, and cities with regards to making regulations on different bodies of water. I've spoken with Supervisor Bomar since then. I'd like to actually take a little bit, I understand where his confusion, not necessarily confusion, but concern can come into play. I've never, this is the first time I've ever really taken a deep dive into this, and it's a very confusing myriad of statutes. So I'd like to look at it a little further just to make sure that if we do need to bring it back, I'm covering any sections in that entire, any subsections in that section that need to be changed, and that make sure that we're not exceeding our authority in terms of our ordinance. But that is really a separate issue from what we're looking at approving tonight. These two small ordinance changes aren't affected by any of those concerns that we have with regards to jurisdiction. Those are other subsections.
So we're approving the change of what's in red, yet the ordinance will need to be re-reviewed for quality control, for lack of a better term.
Correct. And if there are things that I find that once I've done the research, then we'll bring it back for a further amendment.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any other questions? Seeing none, I'll call the vote. Yes. 0 no. Ordinance 9-26 is approved. We will move along then to County Board Chair appointments. Number 1 is County Board Chair appointment, the opening for District 6, County Board Supervisor. I'm bringing forward a recommendation to fill that role with Les Danielson. I'd look for a motion to approve.
Omar moves.
Peterson on second.
Omar and Peterson. Does anyone have any questions about the process that was followed or the appointment that was brought forward tonight for approval? Seeing no questions, we'll call the vote for approval of appointment. Oh, sorry, or were you going to vote? I saw one green box pop up on.
I think they're trying to vote.
Trying to vote. My apologies. All right. Vote. Or at least. 18 yes, 1 no, appointment is approved. Next would be oath of office. The clerk will handle that. Mr. Danielson, if you'd come up front for oath of office, please.
I will give you, but I'm going to read it and you'll raise your right hand. Say, I, Les Danielson,
I, Les Danielson,
having been appointed to the office of County Board Supervisor,
having been appointed to the office of County Board Supervisor,
but have not yet entered upon the duties thereof, swear or affirm
swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin,
and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin,
and will faithfully discharge the duties of said office to the best of my ability.
and will faithfully discharge the duties of said office to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I'll need you to sign that. Congratulations.
All right, we're moving on to county administrator appointments. County administrator appointment, groundwater technician review committee. You want to give a brief explanation on this?
Yeah, this was something we hadn't appointed in a while because it's a liaison to the city of Chippewa Falls. I'll just put in layman's terms. Basically, I think they have a groundwater, a wellhead protection ordinance that people located in that area of the city have to get special permits to do activities. And so this groundwater technical review committee assists the city in making those decisions.
Look for a motion to approve.
I make motions.
Lots will second.
Hennick and Lots. And the appointment is our LCFM Director, Linda Schweikert. Made the most sense. Do we have any questions, comments? Seeing none, I will call the vote. Yep. 19 yes, 0 no. All right, if you have agenda items for future consideration, please give those to myself or to Andy or to committee chair if it's appropriate to go through committee first. But please feel free to communicate those. And then on to 12, I would look for a motion to adjourn.
Erickson makes the motion to adjourn.
All right. All right, motion is second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. We are adjourned. I appreciate your time.